You know, following a TCG from start to finish is really not that easy. You have always a ton of things to worry about. What is that product? What does it contain? What am I buying? And more importantly, how do I budget this? Because quite frankly, there's so many products, you don't know what you need to buy and you don't know when you're gonna need to buy it. You have to place your pre-orders like 2 or 3 months in advance, and if you don't, you just get nothing when release dates rolls around, because everybody will have pre-ordered this and it's gonna be out of stock everywhere. So you're stuck waiting for a reprint that might not even come at all. But what if I showed you something that could help you get ahead of the curve, pre-order things in a timely manner, and just generally be able to know what products will come at what date? Hello everyone and welcome to Anything Geek. My name is Zero and I want to show you what I found. This right here is all the release dates of all the products so far. Mainline products. Okay, I cannot stress this enough, that those are mainline products. That means starter decks and booster sets. Those are the only mainline products that you need to pay attention to. Everything else like premium card collection, gift collection and stuff like that, they're gonna be like promotional products and they're gonna be reprints of what is in those main sets. The products that you need to buy in order to play the game and have the entire collection is the booster sets and the starter decks. Now you can see right here that there's 12 rows representing each one a month, and the columns are basically the years. Right now we're in 2024 and we are patiently waiting for OPO 6 that is coming out next month, as well as the starter deck 12 Zoro and Sanji. We also have the starter deck 13, which is going to be another ultra deck which is scheduled for April. For May, we know that we're gonna have the extra booster memorial collection, and we have OPO 7 scheduled for June. The rest of the release calendar is theoretical, but we already know the names, quote unquote, and the time window where this is going to be released. And so arranging this like that, you can already see some things that are very common in between all the years. We started with the super pre-release in September 2022. That was at the end of the month, but it was still in September. Now, of course, we didn't have the normal version of the starter decks before December, and that was the start of the game. The actual start of the game was on December. That is why the anniversary of the game is always going to be in December. And of course, we started with OPO 1 and the 4 original starter decks. But then in January, we had nothing. Nothing in 2023 and nothing in 2024. So it's a safe bet that 2025 you're not gonna have any products to buy on January. You can safely recover from the Christmas period. You're not gonna have anything to spend for that TCG in January. In February, you're only gonna have starter decks. You can see that we had the starter deck 5 back in February 2023, and the starter deck Uta has just been released this February 2024. And you can see as well that in March we're always gonna have one starter deck as well as a booster set. It was the case in 2023 and it's the case in 2024. I have no doubt that this will go on in all the next years, and in 2025 we're gonna have the same roadmap for product release. Now, of course, 2023 they were still thinking about products to put out, so April and May were kind of lacking, but we know now that there's probably gonna be 2 ultra decks per year, because we've had one in November 2023 and we're gonna get one in April 2024. That's 2 ultra decks. And I believe that ultra deck, the first ultra deck of the year, will take the spots for April, and the second one will take the spot for November, either November or December. They released starter deck 10, which was the start of the second block on November, but I believe this was just to not have so many downtime in the product's release, because you can see that the 4 starter deck were released alongside OPO 1, so it does make sense that the start of the new block will be through a starter deck released kind of alongside the next booster set that's starting the next block. And the extra booster sets are there to fill out the void as well in May. Now OPO7 we know is gonna come in June, and that's the same release date as OPO3. So again, we know that the booster sets, they're gonna go out at fairly the same time, not maybe the same date exactly, but at least the same month each year. So really when it comes down to OPO8, which is already in pre-order state, so make sure you check this out before it's too late. Contact your local game shop or any vendors that you know where you'll buy your game. Just contact them and ask them about it. OPO8, I believe, will be released in September, because that was the date where we had OPO4 last year, and that's also the date where we've had the super pre-release, which was the unofficial start of the game. So my guess is that every September we're gonna have as well new products each year. Back in 2023 we've had the Ultra Deck at that time frame, but we've also had some premium products alongside with that. We've had the Gift Collection and the Devil Fruit Collection go out at that specific time, and I believe that this was intended to be gifts for Christmas, and so they're gonna repeat that every year. So in November, just pay attention to it when it's gonna be announced. We're probably gonna have the Gift Collection 2 and the Devil Fruit 2. And of course December is gonna be the anniversary of the game. That's gonna be the second year that the game is alive. We're gonna have OPO9. I don't see them like changing that time frame for something else. This is gonna be the anniversary of the game. It has to happen on December. Also, we are gonna be changing blocks, so I believe that the structure that they're gonna be going with is gonna be that we're gonna have the same amount of sets for each blocks, meaning 4 booster sets per block, as well as 9 starter deck for each block. But already for 2024, this is already like so stacked. You need to be able to pre-order in advance. Every time you see that information go out that there's a new starter deck or there's a new booster set, go talk to your local game shop or go on your online vendor website and check the product availability and pre-order as much as possible. Because you cannot trust the release date, and even your vendor, they might be cut in half with their stock, so you never know about that. Some stores already are announcing that OPO7, their stock has been cut in half. So you're never too careful about these things, and I believe that as we go on with the game and I'm able to fill out this calendar and get more and more data, that we're gonna be able to determine exactly the release dates of each product. But now if you want a breakdown of all those individual products and really what are those products, should you buy them and stuff like that, you can check out this video next.